back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back, everyone.
Season 2.
Back
Let's
and
go.
better than ever.
Oh, yes. We're very excited. We took a short little much needed break for the summer.
Yeah.
We're back. We're going to update you on some fun little, it's not like anything crazy.
Yeah, nothing really crazy has happened over the summer, but it's just summer, you know?
Still fun summery things. So yeah, this is going to be like a fun little back into it intro episode, kind of updating you guys on what's been going on in life. Mm-hmm. And yeah, we're so excited.
Yes. So you want to go a little first? I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the first little life update I could think of was I had my first wedding for Genesis Photography.
And it wasn't even someone we knew directly.
It wasn't, which was wild. Because usually, like, when you start out with a new business or something, a lot of people that you know that are in your community are the ones that you service to. But this was someone that we didn't know. So it was so cool. It was very good and interesting, I guess, to kind of sum it up.
Interesting, okay.
It was an amazing wedding, like beautiful. Everything about it was awesome. I told my mom, I was like, if our weddings aren't this amazing, like, I don't want it. Like, it was so fun.
Wow, the standard is set.
It was such a high standard because it was just so, like, small. Like, everyone that needed to be there, from, like, my perspective at least, I obviously don't know them personally, but was there, like, their closest family friends. They were just so chill, living it up. They had like a mermaid balloon that they like carry around and like dance with. Like
a mermaid balloon?
Yeah,
That's
and
so
they like named it. It was so fun and like carefree, no stress at all. So that was awesome. But then on my end, of course, like I have the challenge and pressure to capture it all, which like you going into it, you're just like, oh, you take pictures of the wedding. Like, no. I had prepped so much and then the time came and I just like everything left my head. I literally was standing there, like, blank space, because I think there's a name. There's, like, a name. What's the name for it? When you prep so much that, like, when the time comes, like,
I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll just say over-preparing.
I just say, like, brain fart.
Yeah, I brain farted, basically, and I was panicking on the inside. But you can't show that, obviously. You have to act professional. So I'm just like, okay, do this. So yeah, it was a little stressful for me, but it was an amazing wedding, a great first wedding for me to do. So yeah, that was super exciting. Genesis first wedding.
Woohoo.
Super happy.
In the books. Woohoo.
In the books. It's so good. Thank you. Along those lines with like the whole wedding thing.
A recent update of mine, I'm getting married. Just kidding.
I was like, what? You are not telling me this so on the podcast.
No, so I was like, so some of you guys may know my dream job is to be a wedding planner. And for the longest time, I convinced myself that I couldn't do that. For why, I don't know. But I decided, I'm going to try going down the road of wedding planning, event planning. So you may see like me starting to do that. If you know anybody who can get me an in, just like, I don't know, hit us up. But yeah, I'm really excited for that. It makes me honestly so much more excited than social media marketing. I love social media marketing. Like, it's fun. But like planning an event and just like all the organization and all like the little things that you have to like make sure you remember, just it's so exciting. It's so great. And I'm so excited.
It's so funny because we're like the complete opposite. Like, me thinking about planning my wedding, I'm just like, there's so many things I can't even comprehend.
Meanwhile, I'm literally like, I already have a list of everything.
Jalen is gonna be planning my wedding because she's so good at that. So
I'm so excited.
Helps me out a lot. But yeah, that is very exciting. A little future life change there. You also launched.
Oh yeah. So me and actually Hannah, she's been on the podcast before. We went to some young adult worship nights and we just really felt the Lord putting it on our hearts to do something like that around our area. And so we actually launched Elevate. It is a worship night for young adults ages 18 to 30. And we're just so excited to see how God moves. We've already had a couple and we're definitely starting out. So it's still very little baby. It's like a very small little group. But I'm really excited, and it's just been so nice to just have a authentic place of worship, like where we don't have to worry about the lights or the tracks or anything like that. It's literally just like an acoustic, a keyboard or something, and some vocalists, and it's just so amazing. And then we have an older young adult come and just give a little devo or something. I'm just so excited for it, and even though it is really small, sometimes I will be honest, I do get a little discouraged that there's like one time we had like 3 people, another time it was literally just my friends. But it's still like God's moving, and then we'll see it move in the future.
Yeah.
But if you want to follow us, the Instagram is elevate_222. 222 stands for 2 Timothy 2:22. So yeah, check us out if you're in the area. Please come. We have it on the 4th Friday of every month. So yeah, or tell your friends if you're too old or too young.
Yes, definitely come out to that. Let's see. Another fun life update. Oh, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Becoming a dog mom,
Her dog mom
is
heart.
one of the biggest honors of my life, truly.
Yeah.
I love my dog, and
she and only she loves her dog.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. When we started the podcast, I had just gotten him, which is crazy. And now he's turning 1 year old this month. So when this comes out, I believe our launch date right now is September 18th, if all goes well. So when this comes out, that next week, he'll be turning 1 year old. And I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
Guys, but however, he did recently get a haircut, and he looks like a rat.
I failed as a mom in this
She
area.
will put a picture in the YouTube video, so if you're not watching on YouTube, go check it out.
He was so cute and fluffy, and then he got mats.
Yep.
And he was shaved. So now he not.
Looks like a rat.
Yeah, he kind of, everyone that sees, someone just came over to our house.
Really?
And she looked at my dog, and she was like, he looks so silly. And I was like, you don't have to lie to me. I was like, I know he looks absolutely atrocious. Like, he looks like a rat. And she was like, no, he's just so silly. And then she like gave me like that pity laugh of like, yeah, he looks pretty bad,
So
but I don't want to
silly.
say it.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So yeah, he's not going to be cute and fluffy for his 1 year picture. I want to do like a little picture photo shoot for him.
Of course you are.
Yes, I have to.
Of course you are.
He
are you
only
gonna do,
turns
like
one
when
once.
moms do that little baby thing where they like lay them out on the blanket for each of the month? I'm so surprised, honestly, that you didn't do that, first of all. But
I
you should
tried.
do something cute like that for
not
the
on a
1 year.
blanket. That's weird. You don't do that for a dog. Unless you did. I'm not calling you out. All up to you. I tried though to like have him sit and me take a picture of him every month to like just see how he's grown, and then I got lazy with it or forgot, or like it was always on a Sunday from like the week that I got him, because I was doing like 1 week just to like see how tall he got and everything, and I forgot, so I didn't actually do that. I wish I did.
Some dog mom.
I know.
Golly.
I failed, but with my real children I'll definitely be doing that. But yeah, Flynn turns 1. It's a little fun little update.
Another thing, I'm starting to like independently lead worship at church, which is so fun. That's pretty much all for that one.
Yeah, I mean,
not really anything crazy.
Well, I feel like you've been doing it kind of for a while now, but like now it's crazy because like it's just you.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my goodness. I was telling somebody. I was like, because a part of that is going in, setting up like the sound, turning everything on. And I was just like, I walked into the building and I was like, because I'm still 19 right now. So I'm like, they literally just let a teenager just run the whole, like, and set up for a whole service.
Yeah. Sorry. That is great. Mine just went back to when you said 19 and a teenager to when we were talking about trick-or-treating.
Oh my gosh. Tell them. Tell them.
So I was talking to Jalen and she was talking about Halloween. And she was like, oh, are we going to do anything on Halloween? And I was like, of course. I was like, let's dress up. Let's go out and trick or treat. A bunch of teenagers do it like it's totally normal. And she was like, Jaden,
you're almost 20.
We're almost 20. We're at that stage where if we do that, we're creepos. Weird. And I was like,
Jaden can't believe. She's like, oh, I'm not 12.
I know. I was like, oh, we can't just do that and it's socially acceptable anymore. Like, I feel like the years of my, like, the teenage years of my life where I could do that, just are, like, gone like that.
Yeah, no,
I never did that.
But I feel like, I mean, I went trick-or-treating, like, once. Actually, I don't think I really ever went trick-or-treating. Did you go trick-or-treating growing up?
I went trick-or-treating when we lived in Virginia because the houses down there where we lived, at least, and I feel like most of Virginia, unless you live in, like, the rural parts, they're, like, closer together. So you actually have, like, your block. You have all the houses lined up. So, like, it was very common for all the kids to just, like, going down in the neighborhood, go across the street. There was like really cool houses. But yeah, once we moved up here, it's not very common where we live, I don't think.
I honestly, I don't think so. I only remember one year. I dressed up as an angel, and we went to my aunt and uncle's house.
Yeah.
And we said trick or treat, and they gave us candy.
Yeah, but I feel like now, even like in the times we're in, it's not as common anymore. Like, there's so many things that like parents are worried about, which I mean, they're valid things to our chances that you're not going to go up to random people's houses now and take candy from them. So, I don't know.
Oh my goodness, did you ever do like harvest parties or like fall fest and stuff like that instead? Because Christians, we don't do Halloween. No.
So my family did do Halloween. We didn't do like the
you're cool
and
Christians.
The demons.
You're
like,
cool Christians.
Yeah, no, that was off limits. But we did dress up and go trick or treating. We did Halloween. But we only went to one harvest party together. And do you remember? I'm still salty about this because they told us, the person that invited us, she's the best ever. She was like, "Oh, we're having a fall harvest party. You can dress
like
up."
A Bible character
and
or something?
No, she's just like, you can dress up in a costume, like it's like a costume harvest party. And I was like, oh, okay. So Jill and I are the only two people at this harvest party that come dressed up. I remember this. The only two. And it was so embarrassing because I was dressed up as, I needed something on the spot because we didn't like go out and buy costumes. Like my parents didn't really do that. And I was like, okay, what's something easy? Pinterested it. It was like Clark Kent, Superman. You just put on a button-down shirt. I had a Superman shirt, so I did that. And I literally walk in wearing a button-down shirt, one of my dad's ties, a Superman shirt, and glasses. And the person that ran the party was like, so is this like your usual style? Or is this a costume? And I was like, this is the most embarrassing moment of my life.
What did I dress up as?
You were a scarecrow, and you painted your whole face.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. I was like, I think I went into the bathroom and washed it all off.
Yeah, it was bad. I walked in and I was like, where are the costumes? I was like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Where are the costumes? And of course, Juliana says she dressed up. She literally put on an Adidas jacket and a whistle.
Oh,
and that was her costume. And she was like, I know, this is so embarrassing. I was like, you can't talk right now.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Oh my
But
goodness.
yeah, that was my harvest party experience. Now I think twice before dressing up before I go to events. But yeah, that was that.
Speaking of Juliana, she turned 18.
She did turn 18. She's an adult now.
She's an adult. I planned her party. It was an amazing party, if I do say so myself. It was Tangled themed because, Rapunzel's turning 18. Yes. And it was balling on a budget, but we were bougie.
It was good. I think I took pictures. I'll insert them so you guys can see. But it was so good. Again, she wants to be a wedding / event planner?
Yeah, wedding, event, probably a party. I don't really know if I want to plan like company gatherings.
No, but I feel like you could do really good at kid birthday parties. Like people do.
Oh, I definitely could
for that. Like
I could also be like a princess. I could side hustle as Moana.
Characters. I was gonna say I know someone that did that. No, I'm talking about Good Luck Charlie. The mom in Good Luck Charlie, remember that?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I do.
Or no, Ant Farm. That's what it was.
Oh, really?
The mom was
but I would Amy Duncan would.
Amy Duncan would. Yeah. And you are very similar to Amy Duncan, I feel like.
That's so true though.
You would be Amy Duncan funny. As a mom.
I will be.
Yeah.
Amy Duncan.
I need to go back and watch it and just think
except not as many children.
Yeah, that just made the show though. When you found out she was pregnant again, it was just like
Amy and Bob.
Little me was just in love with this family. I loved it.
Yeah, I can see did you love Teddy?
Yeah, because everyone said I was very similar to Teddy, which looking back now, I'm like, I see it, but also I feel like she was a little bit more aggressive than I am, but I have my moments, so.
Yeah, maybe when you're younger, I can see that being more.
Yeah, I don't know. But for her party, we also went pottery painting. Because, Rapunzel paints, so Jalen had the genius idea to take us pottery painting, and that was hard.
That needed to make it in the podcast. It was
hard because you don't think much about pottery. If you are a pottery painter out there, props to you.
But you did so good. The people at the place literally saw you, was like, I need to take a picture of this.
Yeah, but it was simple. You know what I mean? I didn't
but simple as in.
I guess simple as in. Yes, that's true.
I quite enjoyed it.
I just want to say, if you do pottery for a hobby, you are not going unseen. You work hard. I'm
You-
just here. I'm
you
just here
are
to shout
seen.
you out because people
If
probably
you
don't.
pottery paint, you are seen.
You are.
We love you.
We needed to shout you out. That's all. My little TED Talk's over. Why don't you say the next thing? I've been going on and on about random stuff.
Next is Threads came out.
Oh yes.
What are our thoughts on that?
Well, I have.
Do you even have it?
I got Threads,
Okay.
and I've not been on it since because I don't know if it's even like is a thing.
I agree.
I don't know.
I had it for about a week, and I was convinced it was going to be like my new personal like private story where I would just post random updates about my day.
Yeah.
Had it for about a week. One day I posted like a bunch of crap, and I thought it was hilarious.
She did post a lot of stuff.
But haven't been on it since. Actually, I got a new phone. I have an iPhone now. True. I didn't even download the Threads app.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm scared to well, you can't delete it because you have to delete your Instagram now to delete your Threads is what I heard.
So you still have the account.
Yeah, I still have the account. I still have the app. I probably should delete it though because I get notifications all the time and I never use it. But I keep
That's how I was with Be Real too.
Oh yeah,
I
got rid
deleted
of
that
because
I just kept getting notifications and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. Let us know if theirs is like actually popular, if we should be on it, if like we're missing out on, important information that people are putting out there. But yeah, I don't have any more.
That's really, maybe we're not cool, but
yeah, that may be. Since we're like, 20 now.
Yeah,
we're adults 20. And we can't do what the teenagers do anymore.
I was talking to my mom. Oh no, I was talking to somebody else about it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be 20. And I was like,
it's wild.
Oh my gosh.
It's very crazy. It's strange.
What even is that?
Because it doesn't
I'm not going to be a teenager ever again. I am living my last days as a teenager.
That got so deep. It doesn't feel like it though. Like I feel like we still are.
I feel like it like probably not until like later 20s. I'll still because nothing's gonna change until like I either move out or something. So.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe by the next time we do season 3, more things will have changed.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I have a feeling there'll be some change.
Yeah, me too. Probably a few. All right, next up, let's see here. Oh, this one's fun. I just recently learned what cottagecore is, and I think it's a part of my new personality. Not actually.
It's my new personality, cottagecore.
It's sorry.
If you're listening and not seeing this, she said that and she like adjusted her little cottagecore sweater. She's like, my new personality is cottagecore.
I don't even
literally. I would.
Just the mic. Sorry.
I would consider that sweater to be cottagecore.
Really?
Especially with like the shirt you're wearing and the gold from like the top up, pretty cottagecore.
Okay. Maybe at first I thought cottagecore was what like the Lord of the Rings elf fairy fans called themselves.
Okay.
And I was like, no, I'm not a cottagecore girly. But then I looked it up on Pinterest one day because I kept on seeing things like cottagecore. And then I actually thought it had to do with Taylor Swift, but then that was folklore, not cottagecore. So
You're smart.
It was really confusing me. But then I looked it up and I was like, oh, okay, I kind of love this. Like, I feel like on the inside I love cottagecore. On the outside it doesn't really show, maybe. I don't know. But I'm also in a season of life where, like, I'm trying to find...
I'm in a season of life where I'm trying to find who I am.
Not like that. But I'm trying to find, like, all the clothes in my closet. I'm trying to get rid of stuff and, like, find my style. You know what I mean? Like, find... Yes. I don't know. I'm just trying to find, like, what my style is. Because I feel like for so long you kind of just, like, buy whatever... You go through the scene where, like, you buy what's on clearance or, like, you just wear hand-me-downs. Like, I just want to find, like, my style, you know?
Yeah. Like, we're turning 20, so
Exactly.
We are having to make sure that we know who we are. Like, I went through my entire closet and all my drawers. I just, like, put them in bags today. I have 3 trash bags full of clothes.
Same. I recently just went through and I was like, okay, it was getting to the point where I just had so many clothes and it was overwhelming me because I didn't wear half of them. And it was just taking up so much space in my room. So I was like, okay, I need to get rid of whatever I don't wear, whatever I don't like, whatever I'm just keeping just because I think one day I'll wear it. And the amount of clothes was wild. Like, I didn't realize how many I had.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So that's your little thing to do. Yeah. If you haven't gone through your closet
Definitely
yet,
highly recommend, especially if you're almost 20.
Yeah. People listening are probably like, oh my gosh, they're saying they're almost 20.
Honestly, at this point, I'm just saying it to be annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so also kind of going along the lines of cottagecore, recently went thrifting, and I knew I liked thrifting, but now I love thrifting.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
so bad for my wallet though.
It
She
is.
doesn't like thrifting, but
Yeah.
I do. And I got a nice mirror, and I set it up in my
We'll
room.
insert a little picture.
Yes, it's gorgeous. And now I was just like, I walk in my room now, and I'm like, wow, it feels like a little home. It's like so cute.
Yes, it's so fun. We do definitely want to go thrifting more. But yeah, it's not good for your bank account.
No. I got like I got plates. I got
yeah, we were in
some
there.
glasses.
We were walking around. She comes out with like plates, glasses. She found the mirror. It was so comical.
Yeah, I just found more and more stuff, you know.
Exactly.
Place is toxic for me.
Another thing is that we do this thing. So one of our like friend traditions that we have with our sisters is every year on the same date we go over our list. So someone's like the list keeper. It kind of changes every year. I was it this past year.
Most consistently it's Jaden, but we've changed that because she's not good at it.
Yeah. Whoa. The first year I was getting this last year was kind of good.
This last year you did it all last minute. You were literally finishing it as we walked into the house.
But yeah, now we have a shared note, so we all are the list keeper. But basically we just go through and write down like any big or exciting event, any big thing that happens throughout the year, and we write it in, and then we also make predictions on that date for the next year of what we think is going to happen.
This year's predictions were so unhinged.
They were crazy wild. We were just like saying things and like just like writing it down for
because
fun.
This next year we were like, there's really going to be like one or two things that happen. Yeah. And so we were like, let's just like manifest it.
Yeah, because I feel like these past few years, I swear ever since COVID hit, like I was like, oh, this is going to like be a big year. This is going to be a big year. This is going to be a good year. And then either it was completely opposite of what I expected or a ton of stuff just like blew up. And then so now, but this year for some reason I literally am just like, what? Like I have no predictions. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm kind of just going like 1 month at a time.
No, this year I have a feeling God's gonna move in some mysterious ways.
Yeah. He's gonna move. It's gonna be crazy. So we had a lot of predictions. We'll get back to you next year on if any of them are right.
Yep. Season 3.
But yeah, it's wild. So that's a fun little tradition we have. Yeah. I think we started
in
2019.
Recommend doing it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We've been going like 4 years now?
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah. Wild. But that was fun. Yeah. So we had a little.
I highly recommend doing it. Yeah, it's also fun because also we go back and look at all the previous years too. Yeah. So this year it was something about, oh my goodness, in one of our lists we looked back and it was Jalen and Jaden turned 16 or whatever. And we were like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was like starting 10th grade. And we were like, what? Like, I remember sitting down and writing that in the list. So it's crazy. We had
and now we're like going to be graduating college. That's crazy.
I'm just like, it's a season of life where I'm just like,
yeah,
what is life? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's another new thing. We're seniors, right? You're a senior.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We're seniors in college.
Tell us how that happened.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
God moves in mysterious ways.
But yeah, so today's just, today's just one of those days. But yeah, that's going to be crazy too. But I do feel like a lot of fun stuff's going to happen in this season 2, at least. Because yeah, season 2 will be from now until next September.
Whenever we decide. Probably another summer break.
Yeah, probably another summer break. But yeah. So anyway, that's some new and fun, exciting life updates to share with you guys. But another fun thing we thought we'd talk about because we had a very heated debate in our family with this topic.
Yes.
And it was one of those things that you wouldn't think would get heated, but it did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You sound like you have something you want to say.
I don't. I'm just like thinking about it. I'm just like, yeah, this is. My opinion on it is a little silly, but
yeah, it's crazy.
So basically it is, would you rather get stuck in a room with hornets, a rabid raccoon, a big snake, or a sloth? And so a little bit about what you need to know about these. You may be like, oh my gosh, hornets. Oh my goodness. A rabid raccoon. Oh my goodness. A big snake. Oh my goodness. A sloth? Question mark? I personally, Jalen, Hannah Wentworth, am terrified of sloths. I think they are just a scary creature. And like, if you just go on YouTube and look up a video of a sloth, there specifically, it'll be one like crawling up towards you. It literally, my heart starts racing, like literally just like fear overcomes my entire body. Because can you imagine have you seen that video?
Yes.
Can you imagine that's just crawling
They're
up
so
to you?
slow though.
But it's like out of a nightmare.
I guess. Like, I guess if you were like cornered on like all sides and you had nowhere to go.
I guess it depends on how big the room is. Like if it was a tiny room, I would get so anxious.
They do have long nails.
Like
I'll
even
give you
like
that.
right
They're
now,
ugly.
my heart has started like imagining like just a sloth being right like above you right now. My heart is beating so fast.
True. That is true.
Also, there's a video of someone zip lining and they zip line into a sloth.
Yeah, I have seen that one. That would be scary.
I would simply die.
Do you know, like, what's their temperament? Are they like violent?
I don't need to Google this information. I
need to look this up. I'm genuinely curious. Are sloths like nice, innocent animals unless you attack them? Or are they?
You should Google it. And then
Okay.
So what is your opinion on the hornets, rabbit, raccoon, big snake, and sloth?
Okay, so, well, like Jalen said, hers is a fierce sloth. So another thing you may want to know is that these are all things that we all picked as our, like, some of our biggest fears.
Yeah.
So, like, one of our sisters said that it's a rabid raccoon. Another said hornets, snakes, sloth, etc. So my personal opinion is okay, now I forgot. We haven't done this long. So for hornets, I do have a fear of hornets. Rabbit raccoon. Okay, I said rabbit raccoon.
Yeah, I think
because
realistically, I'd probably choose rabbit raccoon.
Yeah.
But sloths are terrifying.
Yeah, because like snakes are one of those things I have an insane fear of. Like even just looking at a picture of them, it makes my body crawl. I also fear bees.
Goodness, now that's scary too. A snake. Wait.
Yeah.
I just don't want to ever be in a room. Period.
Yeah, I don't know what I choose, but I feel like for me, like a rabbit raccoon, for anyone, like you're not coming out of that alive probably. If you get like attacked by that and you get rabies, like you're kind of dead. Yeah,
because you think like with a snake and like hornets, if you're like still enough.
Yeah.
Unless a snake could just wrap itself around.
But only if you
provoke it.
Like, yeah, so I haven't been in science class in a while, seniors in college, but if like a snake like wraps around you, if you don't move and you stay still, it won't squeeze. But like if you freak out, that's when it squeezes and just crushes you.
The more you know.
Yeah, so I think if you stay calm and chill, like it may wrap itself around you, but it's not going to kill you as fast. So you have more time.
The more you know.
So yeah, probably rabbit raccoon. But I'm going to look this up for sloth.
Okay.
Have you had any more on that topic?
I don't have any more on that topic. I'll just talk for a second while she's googling it. So as you guys know, my name is Jalen. My middle name is Hannah. I have a friend named Hannah. Me and Hannah are really chaotic when we're together. She was actually on an episode we recorded. It'll be coming out soon. Definitely keep an eye out for that. We talk about friends and different types of friends. And it was actually quite the interesting episode. It's a very long episode, but it was really interesting. And, yeah, did you find it?
I did find it. So, at first, on the top one, it says, no, sloths are naturally not aggressive. Because other animals like to prey on them, they will prefer to stay in isolation to avoid predators. But then this one says two-toed sloths are known to be aggressive.
Okay.
So if they have
Maybe
two toes,
I have a new fear of
count their toes
sloths.
if they're near you. Then you know if they're aggressive. I feel like that should be a rhyme, like 2 toes.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Look, just give me a second. Keep talking.
Okay. So as I was saying, we had Hannah on the podcast, and it was just so good. Yeah, and there's just something in the air. It's fall now. I'm so excited for fall, guys. Actually, I had apple crispy the other day, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it is fall season, and it just made me so happy. And me and Jaden are starting to plan a bunch of fall things to do. We're gonna go apple picking. We're gonna go to Vermont and see all the leaves. Yes. We're probably gonna go antiquing, even though we probably shouldn't, or thrifting, antiquing, whatever. I think I'm more of an antiquing girl, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, did you think of anything?
Okay, the only one I thought of isn't really good. It's 2 toes you should have froze.
Okay. Let's go.
Or 2 toes you gotta go. One of those, you know?
2 toes, you gotta go.
2 toes, you gotta go. Yeah, not as cool as I thought it would be. That's kind of a hard one.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. So basically, if you come across a sloth, count its toes, and you'll know if you should have froze.
What even is this episode?
I don't know. It's season 2. All right. Next up, also let us know what your biggest fear would be. We're very curious because, like we said, this conversation got very heated.
Yeah, there was yelling.
Yeah, there was yelling. But we put up a little question box on like some things you guys want us to talk about, which if you ever come across something or you're like, oh, this would be so fun for them to talk about, or like just it could be literally anything, funny, serious, whatever. Let us know because we love hearing your guys' recommendations and stuff. But
literally anytime, not even when we put a question box.
It can literally
just
be
like
anything. But someone did ask us some of our favorite worship songs.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I feel like this would be fun to kind of bring in season 2. Start it off some of our favorite worship songs. Now I got to pull up my playlist.
One of my favorites is definitely I really like Trusting God. By Elevation. Also, oh my goodness, a lot of the songs they like sang at Passion this year I do really like, but like I've also like, oh my goodness, Maranatha, such a good one. No, I change it. I know my favorite.
What?
Son of Suffering.
I know that one's your favorite.
Yeah.
Every time I play in the car, I'm like, oh, this is Jalen's favorite song.
Son of Suffering. Really yeah.
That is a really good one. I don't really have specific song, but for artists, because I think they may have asked artists, but I do really love Passion, just because I feel like they're just genuinely like really good people from what I've seen.
I agree.
Again, don't know them personally, but yeah, they're really good. Their songs are usually like pretty good, pretty spot on, and I don't know, they just Passion. They're so good, and I feel like all of their songs are like about God, you know what I mean? Because when you have those artists that are like all about like you and like my walk with God, me, but like theirs are all like actual worship songs to God, which I love. So yeah, Passion's a good one. Let's see.
You have to pick a song. Go.
I have to pick a song.
Yes, not just an artist. That's cheating. We're not cheaters over here at What a Life.
Okay, let me see here.
A few moments later.
What did I say last time? I feel like we answered this question in a podcast.
If you think that I remember that, thank you for thinking that I have a good memory, but you're wrong.
I do love What He's Done by Passion.
What He's Done.
I do really love that one.
I want to do that one for church so bad.
We totally should. That's such
for
a
like
good song.
Easter?
Yeah, that'd be really good. There's so many good Easter songs from Passion. So yeah, I think for an artist, I'm just going to have to say Passion. Just put Passion on the radio. Super good. Yeah. Kind of going into that, actually. We just talked about worship songs. So another thing I was like, oh, it'd be kind of fun to talk about.
Okay.
What has God been teaching you in this season since our little break? Or like what's something he's been showing you in this season of life?
Something God's been showing me. I would say ultimately that his ways and his plans are greater. And that's just been a common theme in my life too. I feel like every time I try to do something, it ultimately fails or whatever. But then God comes along and he's just like, look at what I can do for you, and he does that. But I would ultimately describe the season as just like being really thankful. I mean, just thankful for everything, my job, all my friends, all the people I have around me. I'm very incredibly thankful. Sometimes when you're doing something like super mundane and you just like sit and you realize you're like, wow, I'm like living the life that like 10-year-old me like always wanted. Yeah. Like even though I'm not moved out, which warranted because economy is terrible right now, but it's just like so amazing because I just like get to do what I love all the time. And so I'm very thankful. I was actually talking to somebody about this recently. And she was telling me, she was like, I'm very glad you're in a season of thankfulness, and you need to treasure it. She was like, because there's going to be a time when you're not in a season of thankfulness and it's going to suck. And I was like, yeah, I know, but it's been sucking a lot. So I'm glad that now I get finally this just season of good and thankfulness. So that's what I've been learning and feeling recently.
That's really good. I feel like for me, I'd have to say kind of like that you can only control you, I guess. And you can't control like situations that go on around you. You can't control things life throws at you. You can't control the people around you. Like you can only take care of you. And no matter like how stressful or crazy your life may feel, like you just have to take it one day at a time, focusing on you, like being the best version of you, always doing the right thing, always doing the best, like trying to find the best in every circumstance, I guess. But yeah, I feel like life recently has just been like crazy. It's just kind of like so many different things. It's kind of hard to just like sit down and just like breathe. So yeah, I think just remembering that, kind of like you said, like what was the thing you started with?
Before God's plans are higher.
Yes, God's plans are higher. Like God has a plan for everything, every season that you're in, and to kind of just rest in Him and take time to like be with Him throughout all the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would also say this is something I'm trying to learn throughout this season, whatever I'm in, is to ask for help.
Yeah.
I suck at that. I'm not good at it at all. Even the little things. Like I was trying to build a spike ball net and I was trying to do it on my own. And at one point I was just like, someone help me.
Yeah, that's so
But yeah, it's just like learning that. I feel like that's really important. And you're really good at that actually. You're like, Jalen, you should ask this person. And I'm just like, yeah.
Oh.
And I never do.
It's funny because I'm also one of those people that can be good at telling people to ask for help or like pushing people. But she doesn't
do it.
But like I can definitely struggle. Yeah, I definitely can be a hypocrite and like I won't ask for help. So it's funny that you say that because like we can
both help each other.
Exactly.
We can help each other help each other.
Yes, exactly. That's what friends are for.
Sisters. Kind of sisters.
Hence the podcast.
Oh yeah,
we didn't even start with that.
No, because we decided we weren't gonna remember. We decided we're gonna season 2. It's different. We're not starting with
Okay, guys. If you've made it this far into the video, first of all, kudos to you. This has been very chaotic. Second, should we keep our little real life?
Welcome back to What a Life.
Do you
real
like
life,
the
real
intro,
talk, kind
or
sisters.
should we just keep it more chill? I don't know.
We'll see how the I don't know. I feel like it could be kind of fun. I edited one episode that we already recorded. And I made the intro really funny. Like, I put in the music and then, like, I didn't and then I put it back. It was, you'll get it.
Really?
Everybody, you'll get it when you hear it. It'll be so good.
I'm so excited.
But yeah.
Yeah, we've already pre-recorded some episodes, so we're excited to get those out. And like we said, if you have episode ideas, let us know. We're super excited for season 2. Now that we've kind of
I was going to say, what are we excited for season 2?
Yeah, like, we've started it and we kind of kicked it off. And we're just shocked that we have, like, the like people that are supporting us that we have. Like looking on Instagram, it was funny, and like when we first started out we had like 15 followers and now we're close to like 200, which is so cool because like just seeing like people that like seeing what we talk about or like following along in our life, like that's super fun. And the goal is to just, you know, kind of just be a light in the craziness of the world right now and to just kind of talk about fun little real life things. So yeah, I'm
really excited for like, I feel like we're having a lot of guests this season too. I mean, we'll obviously do some episodes just us, but we have a couple guests lined up. I'm also excited. I like that it's more chill this season too. So don't be surprised if you aren't seeing episodes every Monday. I feel like last season we kind of stressed ourselves out a lot. Yeah. Trying to get all those episodes out. Yeah. But I really want this to be more of a fun thing than like another job that I have to do. But so far it's been a lot easier to edit recently, these episodes. Cause
they're super chill.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm really excited for season 2.
And we have our fun little setup. We have our guests of honor for season 2.
Our ducks.
That have made it into every episode, I think, which is crazy that they've made it into every episode.
We should like slowly add. I have some in my car actually.
Yeah, we'll slowly add a duck. See if anyone. Well, we already said it now. But yeah, so we're super thankful for the new setup. And yeah, we're super excited. We have some fun YouTube videos that we also kind of have planned out too. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But like we said, thank you to everyone that's already listened. Thank you to everyone that's left a review too. If you haven't left a review, that'd be super awesome. It helps us reach more people on different platforms. But yeah, it's super fun to read those. We're super thankful. And yeah.
Should I do like the little like and whisper the whole like outro thing for following?
What do you mean?
You don't like I did in one of the episodes I did. Thank you for listening to What a Life. You can follow us on Instagram at What a Life Pod, or you can follow Jaden at Jaden_Noah_ or Jalen_Hannah no underscore for Jalen. Don't do that one. But yeah, thank you for listening. I could do that.
And at the end of every episode.
At the end of every episode, I just do it. We don't even use the same one. I just do it at this.
We record one that goes in at the end. That's so funny.
No, I do a different one every time.
Oh, a different one every time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mess it up.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, do you want to go for this one?
I already did it.
Oh, okay. That's true.
Yeah, so we're ending the episode right now.
We'll put all of our little social media handles on the screen right here. Or if you're listening, it'll be in the bio. So yeah, you can follow us on there. And yeah, I think that's everything. We're super excited for season 2.
What a life.
What a life. Beautiful.